Looks like they try to make it look like some kind of fantasy Asian purple cherry blossom world. Oops. I don't need a rest, do I? I can't see my... Okay. Kind of harvest these plants. Oh,
so this
no.
is Tanalor.
Not what you were expecting?
I don't know what I was expecting. So much has changed since I first heard its name.
The temple's this way. Dagon and Centauri Kree planned their future here.
And look where it got them.
Oh, right. There's going to be a Jedi temple here. What might we find in it?
Bode will not let this end peacefully. He has already used fatherhood to justify betrayal and murder. Now we have him cornered, with nowhere else to run. He will kill or be killed.
You think he's here already?
Well, say something.
I guess he probably is.
You're right. But what about Kata? She's not much younger than we were when our families were taken from us.
I know.
You and I will carry that loss for the rest of our lives. But Kata still has a chance.
Yes, she does. Very well. We will give Bode the choice to stand down. For Kata's sake.
I also
And
just
ours.
realized if Bode was a Jedi, then he also went against the Jedi Code before he even became like an informer or whatever. Because he had a kid. And he said he met the love of his life. So he was like in love with, you know, so he also abandoned. Whatever happened to the Jedi Code? Come on. What a shame. Now, I guess it's kind of the idea of this place is there's no enemies, like none of the wildlife's gonna attack us. What is the wildlife?
I keep thinking about something Seer once said. A warning. Every Jedi faces the dark side. I feel so much hatred towards Bode.
Seer won her battle with the dark side. You will too.
He's still here.
Good.
The door's open. Why don't we, like, trash his ship right now? You know? Wouldn't that be a good idea? Like, surely she could just, like, telekinesis it up in the air and slam it back down and destroy it. I could do that, too. Why... I feel like that's something we should do. Like, it's obvious we should do that.
Fall back to the temple. The Nile are enveloping our position. Master Gera, that is an order.
I'm just seeing if there's anything down here. You know, it's a big space. I'm not seeing nothing. It's not even on the it's not even on the map. Why isn't it on the map?
Do you hear that?
Kata.
God damn it, Marin. We're trying to sneak up on them. Oh, but the other thing I was gonna say is, do you think, I don't know how Jedi babies work, but since she's the kid of a Jedi, does that make her force touched? Like, I don't know.
Star, won't you sing with me?
That was odd. I've got 3 points. Don't mind, that boat is right in there wanting to kill us. I gotta get my points. Well, those aren't gonna be very useful because I assume we're not gonna be fighting groups. Howling push? Only one way to see what it does. God forbid I get to know what I'm spending points for before I spend them. Much larger radius. That's not... Yeah, parry push is the one I want. Oh, maybe not. Okay. Oh, I haven't checked the perks in a while. We have new perks. Lightsaber throws do more damage. That's pretty good. Though the block meter damage is very good. Like, I don't use the throw that often. I parry a lot more often. Don't use confusion much. I could see where this would be very useful. I'm not taking it right now, though. And I don't use blaster stance. So, no thank you. Oh, right. We're sneaking. She won't see us. She won't see us. Oh, fuck, I can't move.
BD1.
Hey, Katsa. This is Marin. She's a friend.
I'm sorry Papa hurt you.
Yeah.
He said I'd never see you again. What are you doing here?
Kata, your father stole something very important. We're gonna ask him to give it back.
Will you show us the way?
Okay. Follow me. I don't like it here. It's dark and lonely.
You don't have to be afraid. Better?
You're very pretty.
How did you get here?
It wasn't easy.
You shouldn't have followed us.
Papa, don't!
Stay back, Kata. This is the only way to keep you safe.
She will be safe. I promise, Bode. But listen to me. It's over.
Lay down your weapons.
This planet will be a haven for those hunted by the Empire, including Kata and you. But you have to surrender now.
Go outside, Kata.
Listen to them, please!
I will decide what's best for my family.
Distract him! I will strike from the shadows.
Disappointing. Let's do this. I know your moves.
And I know yours.
help! Put this on your daughter.
Bode, we know what it's like to grow up alone.
Please, listen to them, Papa!
All right. And when the Empire comes, will you be able to protect my little girl? I'm sorry, Cal. I tried.
No, Papa!
Stay back!
How are you feeling?
Better. Thanks.
Good. We should speak. I was not much older than you when I lost my family. For many years I carried this pain. I did not want to feel better.
Why?
I thought if I let go of the pain, I would be letting go of the people I loved. But I was wrong. And one day, I met someone who also lost his family. Together we found another way to survive. This pain is yours. It is part of you.
When my mother died, it changed Papa. And me too, I guess.
Yes. But it does not have to define you. And you must not let it consume you.
You saved my life on Bracca. You let me walk my own path when I needed to. You taught me what it truly means to be a Jedi. Now you're gone. We will continue your legacy, Seer. We will build something that can outlast the Empire. I promise you that. I promise. But I'm scared. I almost lost myself. I don't know if I'm ready. I don't know if I'm ready for what comes next.
guide her through the darkness.
And that's the end. I was waiting. I'm gonna see if there's a post-credit scene first.
Well, not exactly what we expected. But this place is our home now.
Yeah, Grease. Yeah, I guess it is. Still got a lot of work ahead of us.
It will take time to contact the hidden path.
And find the anchorites.
And build a saloon. I mean, the place is creepy, but it does have franchise potential.
This belongs with you.
It belongs with all of us. What do you think, kid? Should we give it a shot?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Ah, that's the spirit. Oh, that's great. Come on, I'll bet you're hungry. I'll make you something to eat. Did you ever have a scaz stick?
Trendsetter randomizes your cosmetics on death? What the? That one is... that one's interesting. So that's the game. We're donezos. Let's find a good spot for me to talk about the game.
Nice job.
I think right here. Man, I fucking creamed that boss fight. I did it perfect. Not completely perfect, but I mean, I'll just say I cut it out of the video, obviously, because it'd be kind of boring to watch, but the boss fight probably took me like 20 tries, maybe more. No, probably less, actually, probably less. Probably like 15 to 20, somewhere in there, but enough that I was pulling my hair out a little bit. But I got up, got a drink of water, and I came back, and I didn't skip the cutscenes because I was like, I know this is gonna be the run, and it fucking what? I manifested that shit. I don't know. I played the last boss fight very well. Previous ones, I had some words. But man, I feel like a little torn on this game because it looks amazing. Sometimes the combat feels amazing. The story, I like the story in this one more than the first. I like the story a lot, except for like the romance stuff. I'm not into Star Wars for the love. I don't play games for the love. It has to be like a very unique game for me to like be a fan of a love story in it. In this one, it makes especially little sense with it being a Star Wars game. Also, look how low. See, this is the thing. Sometimes it looks amazing, and sometimes you look down at the waterfall down below and you say it's moving at 2 FPS and it's got 30 frames total. What is that? Or not frames, but pixels. You know, the resolution on that waterfall is awful. The water down there, look at the water line. It's just a one line. You know, not that everything can look perfect, but like, this is the end of the game view. If the end of the game view isn't perfect, it's a bad sign. And that was just a thing. Like, a lot of small detail stuff. I can't think of too many off the top of my head, but I commented on them throughout the game as I played them. But optimization was pretty shitty in spots. There was just a lot of random lag, and it's, you know, this is stuff that, like, when looking through reviews, they were saying same thing. A lot of the negative reviews were optimization based, not performance based, though I do have my own, like, I don't mean performance, I mean, like, in-game stuff based, like, game mechanic. I don't know the best word for that, but I agree with the optimization stuff, but I think there's other problems too. Which, though, to be fair, I didn't expect this game to be a mixed review game on Steam. That did surprise me. I think it's just barely. It's like 69%, and I think 70% is the cutoff. But even so, I didn't think the game would do that poorly. I didn't think it would be over 80, but I didn't think it would be under 70. But yeah, the customization with clothes and paints and colors and stuff was all better, except they took the Mantis customization out. Why? Why? Did anybody say, oh, I hate that I get to customize the ship and make it cool the way I want it to look? Was anybody saying that? I don't think so. Did they just forget that they made it customizable in the first game and, like, just didn't do it in this one? I don't know. Like, I felt like they expanded customization in a bunch of ways, but they were just like, ah, the Mantis, we don't have the technology for it anymore. Sorry. The technology for Mantis customization is as lost as the Fallen Order. But, no, so, and that's what I mean. There's just, like, weird little stuff where it's like, why? Why did you forget that? Why did you mess that up? Why did you know? And so it leaves a very bittersweet feeling, because you can have level things where, like, oh, maybe a level layout is really not that great. And while it might be annoying, I feel like it doesn't remove the immersion too poorly. It's just like, nah. And there's other aspects where it could just be like, nah. But, like, every time you have the little details, like lag, or I felt like Dagan Garrett's voice actor was, like, really lame. I felt like he just sounded like a moody, like, emo teenager. Oh, they were mean to me, so now I'm mad. It was like, really? Bode was a good enemy. And Dagan Garrett, to his defense, while his personality and voice acting was pretty lame to me, I thought his power and him as, like, his ability as a villain was really good. Like, how they display his power, how he's using the Force and, like, creating an arm and stuff. That shit was sick. But every time he talked was not. So it's like his physical display was amazing, but his, like, character display was not. Bode was good in every sense. I feel like Bode was awesome. Great villain. And I think that's a part where this game really excels over the first game, was I did not think I can't even remember her name. The main antagonist in the first game, I did not think was nearly as cool as Bode. I thought she was like kind of cool while she had the mask on, and then she started getting all once she had the mask off, and it was like, okay, yeah, you're not cool anymore. It's fun to kill a cool enemy. I felt like Seer was awesome in this, and like especially that whole like siege sequence was awesome, really cool. Some of the earlier parts of the game were a little less interesting. The whole like reuniting the team just felt unnecessary. I don't know. I get now that they had to have a reason, like everybody was in one of these places and that's what got you there initially, but it just didn't feel like it made sense. And then like Marin's like, oh, it's been 5 years, but now I've traveled the whole galaxy and I understand so much. Not the whole, but she like acted like she had seen so much of the galaxy now that like it changed everything. It was 5 years. You can't see much of the galaxy in 5 years. There's no fucking way. I refuse to believe that. And if that is true, I feel like that discounts the size of the Star Wars universe, and that's kind of disappointing, honestly. Either way, something there is disappointing. Yeah, I felt like I felt like this in the first game too, but this game really excels, I think, at the one-on-one combat. I think every time we had a big boss fight, I thought it was awesome. Not every time, but most of the time. And on the contrary, every time we have one of those like onslaught encounters where they send wave after wave after wave, and it has the stupid fucking robots that I don't think should fucking exist in the game, those just felt and there's a couple mechanics in there that I think that cause some of that feeling, like having to roll when you get knocked down. Man, when there's so many enemies around you, you think you can't be looking at yourself the whole time like, oh, I got knocked down. Like, you're just trying to move and it's like, oh, I can't move. Some of those times you're knocked down, but like it's hard to fucking keep track when you got 10 enemies on your screen. And this game does do a good job of not doing like that Assassin's Creed style where only one enemy attacks you at a time. It's like it feels unrealistic. But at the same time, some of these combos are fucking bullshit. I feel like bullets stopping force abilities is like, I kind of get it, but it made some of those really dumb. Made some of them really dumb. Again, exploration in this game was great. I said that about the last one too. This game, they give you fast travel spots, so it's even better. It should have had that. Let's not act like, congrats on adding fast travel. That should have been in the first game. Why it wasn't? Because you guys are idiots making the game. But yeah, so I'm not gonna like pat them on the back for adding fast travel. That's a like, okay, nice, you learned to wipe your ass after shitting. I don't know why you weren't doing that before, and that's disgusting. But you know, it's like, congrats, you learned how to use toilet paper. You really didn't before? But yeah, overall, I had a good time in this game still. I know sometimes I go on the negatives a lot more than the positives. Soundtrack was good. Soundtrack was great in the last one. I don't think I've ever heard a Star Wars game and been like that it's not good. They're really good about getting good soundtracks. Different combat styles and whatever were kind of cool. You know, obviously I was stuck with the same thing most of the time, so I can't really attest to balance. No, and I did like the old skill tree a little bit more. I think this tree could be better. But like I was saying, I wish there were like loadouts, maybe even just 2 would be fine. But like, I want to like try stuff and like Maybe I want to have more skill in telekinesis for some stuff, and maybe I want to have a build for confusion, or, you know, but I don't want to have to get rid of the thing that I already have that I like. I'd like to just have a second loadout to try things, and, like, you know, I appreciate that they don't have the cost to resetting your skills, which would lead you to think that they want you to test and try things out like that. But I don't want to, like, try something, have it be bad, and then, like, oh, what did I have before? I can't remember where I had my points, and, like, you know, I don't want to have to deal with that. Just give me a second loadout, and then I can try things there. And if I end up liking it more than my original, then I move it into the first, and maybe then I end up having, like, multiple situational ones. I think that's the best way to do it. And I really like loadouts in games. I think they offer a lot of flexibility, and it doesn't cost the game anything. Like, I don't feel like that can make it worse. You can even make it so you can only change loadouts at a meditation spot. Great way to do it. But yeah, that would really encourage a lot more trying out new things, I feel like. Because it's not just the cost that some games add to the spec, but it's also just having to remember what your old stuff was in case you don't like what you try. Yeah, I think that's about all I got to say, and I've definitely said a lot, so that's a good time to stop, I think. The next game in the series isn't out yet, so not going to be going on to that until it comes out for sure, and I usually wait like a year at least to play new games. I'm not a big release hype. I like a good sale. So it'll probably be a while till we play the next game. So yeah, this is gonna be it for Star Wars for now. Thank you for watching if you made it this far into the series, which if you're seeing this, of course you did. I greatly appreciate it. This one was just about the same length as the first one. But, yeah, no, I think overall I enjoyed this one more than the first game, and I did like the first game. So, you know, despite all my rants and complaints and yelling and bitching and moaning, which I do plenty, I did enjoy it. But again, thank you for watching. If you want to support the channel more, make sure to subscribe if you haven't, and if you like the videos, like them. I only say it on the first and last, but if you want to like all the videos we watch in between, I greatly appreciate it too. If you did like them, of course. I wouldn't encourage dishonesty with your liking on YouTube. Only like what you like. But just know it does help a lot. I think liking is actually, like, very helpful for the algorithm. You know, comment what game you want to see me play next. I can't guarantee I'll play it, because there's a lot that I do want to play. But I'll definitely take it under consideration and maybe, like, bump it up on the list a bit. Not that the list is in order, but it's just, like, it'll be in my mind a little more as I play. I'm like, oh, yeah, maybe it's time to play that game, you know? But, yeah. Thanks for watching again, and I'll see you in the next video.